Football Chat. I'm Ben Fisher with Hans Bristol and Alex Staub, and we are going to hop right in, talk some football for the upcoming season. And first, we're going to talk about one of the most feared curses in football, and that would be the Madden cover jinx. And, of course, this year, rookie sensation from the Giants, Odell Beckham Jr., landed on the cover. So, Alex, what do you think? Do you think he's going to suffer from the Madden jinx?
I think Beckham Jr. is going to have another impressive season. You look at what he did in that rookie season. I think it's one of those situations where it could only get worse from here. I think he's one of those that could only get better from here. He's only going to play on another level. But in the end, I actually think New England tight end Rob Gronkowski should have been on the cover. You look at what he's done over the years of his career, I think that just outweighs what Odell Beckham Jr. has done in his 1 year in the NFL.
All right, so Alex says no to the jinx, but he also says no to the cover for Beckham. Hans, your thoughts?
You know, I think Beckham Jr. he's an athletic enough guy. I don't know how injury prone he is. I could see a situation where maybe some sort of lower body injury could come into play just from what I saw, how he played last year and stuff like that. But I think if I had to say yes or no to it, I think I would say no to being hurt. And I'm okay with Beckham Jr. being on the cover, honestly. He was the icon young gun of the NFL last year. So, of course, those kind of players are going to be the ones that, people see on the Madden cover. I do respect Gronkowski and what he's done, but Gronkowski will be in this league for a while more, so he'll get his opportunity.
Alrighty, so we're saying no on the cover jinx all around, and we're going to move on to another guy in his second year. Johnny Manziel, of course, didn't have as good a year as Beckham. He was behind Brian Hoyer on the bench, and then this offseason he went to rehab. So, Hans, we're going to start with you. Do you think Browns fans, do you think that Manziel is going to come back a different kind of person and a different kind of player? And if so, do you think Browns fans have something to be excited about with the return of Johnny Football?
Well, I think they absolutely do. And in my opinion, we've seen Johnny Football make some questionable decisions off the field. He was obviously in the rehab this past year and is making steps towards being that professional that I think he is. And for Browns fans, those are the kind of steps that you do want to see Manziel taking. And so I believe that Manziel can be a star in this league. I think rookies, they need time to develop. They really need time to develop, learn from some veterans. And I really hope that Manziel is able to do that and able to keep his life off the football field together. And I think Manziel could be a star in this league. So, yes, Cleveland has something to be excited about there.
All right, Alex?
I want to go as far out to say as Manziel is getting to the point where you might be able to consider him a bust in the NFL draft. I know that's kind of stretching it, but I think Manziel off the field, he's done so many negatives off the field that even outweighs what he's done on the field. Johnny Football is Johnny Football back in college. Johnny Football is not the same guy. I mean, he's maturing by stuff like retiring the money sign, etc., etc., but I don't think he's playing up to his potential in the National Football League. He might as well just drop out the football thing because he's just messed himself up so much already.
Wow, so we've got a pro-Manziel and an anti-Manziel. All right, we got time for one more question. It's, of course, the biggest question in football. We're going to give our Super Bowl picks now. So, Alex, who do you think is going to be in the big game? Who do you think is going to win?
I got to go with the Seattle Seahawks. It's no doubt to me that look up to the regular season, building into the playoffs. I think CenturyLink Field is maybe even all-time the toughest NFL stadium to play in. I think they'll build on what they do in the regular season and the playoffs. They are no doubt in my mind. You got Money Lynch in the back. You got Russell Wilson under center. I think this is going to be even the best Seattle Seahawks season we may have ever seen.
All right. And Hans, who do you think is going to take the Lombardi Trophy out of Levi Stadium?
Well, I think this next year it'll be the Green Bay Packers, and for this reason only, I think the Colts will win the AFC. I think it'll be an Indianapolis-Green Bay Super Bowl at Levi Stadium next February. The Packers, a healthy Aaron Rodgers, I think they win that NFC Championship game against Seattle. Now, as a team overall, that game was not Aaron Rodgers' fault. The team collapsed, Seattle took advantage of it, and they fairly won that NFC Championship. But I think the Packers are going to have a little bit more of a fire and spark in them coming into this year after losing an NFC Championship like that. And I think they're going to have an outstanding year. I think Rodgers is going to come back healthy. We re-signed They re-signed Randall Cobb, so I think it'll be a Packers Colts Super Bowl, and I think Green Bay will take the Lombardi Trophy where it belongs in Green Bay.
I want to add this, actually. If Green Bay gets Lambeau Field for that NFC Championship game, this is one of those things where it could go either way. If Green Bay gets it at Lambeau, if Seattle gets it at CenturyLink, whoever has home field advantage that game, I'm going to say that team wins the game. But I am hoping, in my opinion, Seattle gets the advantage here, gets CenturyLink Field in front of those stupendous 12s that they have as a fan base, Seattle NFC champs.
All right, sorry, Hans, but I'm going to have to agree with Alex on this one. So by a 2-1 vote, the football chat pick for the Super Bowl will be the Seattle Seahawks. Well, that's all the time we have today. For Hans and Alex, I'm Ben Fisher. Thanks for watching.